This meditation will take you on a journey and help you align with your inner wisdom, dreams and goals, and let go of the need to be perfect. Begin by getting comfortable, gently closing your eyes, and feel how supported you are, how the chair, floor or bed takes your weight. Take a few deep, cleansing breaths. Feeling the rise and fall of your chest. And I want you to set an intention today to explore messiness, creativity, and freedom. And now let go of your thoughts from the day, letting yourself drift away, and focus on the sound of my voice. I'd like you to imagine a golden light above you, and this light radiates a warm energy, relaxing you, letting your mind slow down and be present in this moment with me. Imagine this light moving down your body now, all the way from your head to your toes. And as it moves, let it take away any tensions, any niggles or discomfort. Now I want you to imagine that you're in a tunnel. The tunnel is long and tight, but you keep walking, moving forwards. You can feel the walls either side of you, and you feel constricted with little room to move. There doesn't seem to be an end, and you don't know if your current path in this tunnel is where you're meant to be. You may be tempted to head back where you came from, but you feel momentarily afraid to make a decision. Perhaps the tunnel will get wider up ahead, so you keep stepping, moving forwards, when a glimmer of light on the wall catches your attention. Curious, you stop and reach forwards with your hand outstretched. You touch the glimmer on the wall, and as your fingers touch the wall, it lights up, and with the darkness gone, you don't feel quite so constricted. As you run your fingers across the wall, you're surprised that it feels soft, and there's some movement. The wall seems to flex at your touch. You get an urge to push against the wall, and as you do, the walls of the tunnel start to crumble. Pieces falling and gathering around your feet. So you push again, and this time the wall disintegrates in one swift movement. You're left standing on a walkway. The darkness of the tunnel has been replaced by clouds and space. You feel like you're high up in the sky, with fresh air, room to breathe, and no restrictions on your movement. And you marvel at the beauty of the expansive world you now find yourself in. You sense that it's a creative space with no boundaries, no walls to restrict you. You're free. And I want you to imagine your sense of freedom and wonder in this moment. Let yourself feel the joy of being able to walk in this beautiful space. Let yourself move playfully along the path. And you're safe and secure on this path to be free, to be you, free of worrying about what others think, free to be passionate about your dreams and desires with no judgment. And as you move, imagine you start to see images, objects or symbols floating around you, all of which represent ideas and dreams you have, things you'd like to do or achieve. Perhaps you marvel at the sight of them floating around you effortlessly. Free to express themselves, to show their magic. Soon you're surrounded by beautiful images and symbols that flow and move freely. Up here you feel creative, so you might decide to think of more images or symbols to add to those you can already see. I'll give you a moment to notice whatever you see in this beautiful and creative space. You're free to create here, so set your dreams and desires free. Watch them evolve and take shape and form around you. And as you create, you might notice some dreams, objects or symbols might not feel quite right, or maybe they were dreams you did want, but now you're not so sure. and that's okay. Because up here you're free to create and recreate over and over again. So if you don't like something, you get to create a different version. There are no consequences here, only exploration, creativity, and learning. Every time you change something, you learn from it. You get clearer about what you value, what you do want and need, how you want to live and express yourself in the most authentic way to you. Up here, you're free to experiment and explore all of your options. There's no right or wrong, no good or bad, no up or down. This creative and beautiful space just is. This is a place where you can be messy, chaotic in a beautiful and creative way. A place where you're free, with no boundaries or rules. You can create without judgment or criticism. Now imagine your life if you took some of these beautiful images, objects and symbols that came from your mind and took them back with you into your everyday world. If you could bring back this carefree, playful and light energy that feels so energizing. If you could allow yourself to be messy, open, free to create, and to feel passion and energy, to have that spark in your life. I'll give you a moment to imagine how your life would look and feel if you didn't have to be perfect, if you could make mistakes, learn and then try again. Now imagine how your life would look if you didn't have to be attached to having a certain amount of money or recognition, if you could just create your life for the pure joy of it. Now imagine your life if you could see any obstacles as opportunities to learn, to allow yourself to make mistakes and use them to create greater awareness, self-compassion and growth. And now imagine yourself in that type of world because it's available to you right now. You have and will always have access to your inner wisdom, your creativity and guidance. You know rationally there's no such thing as perfect. Like the walls of the tunnel, it's an illusion. And you can knock down your walls of perfection in your everyday life anytime you want. You can set yourself free. Because perfection is a trap, a long, lonely tunnel that you don't feel you can escape from. But you always have access to this beautiful and creative space. You can access it by setting the intention to create or to do things because they bring you joy without judgment or restriction. You can choose at any moment to be kinder to yourself because you're perfect as you are, always learning, always expanding, always discovering new paths. Anytime you make or do something and either you or someone else criticizes you, know that you're doing the best you can with the knowledge you have in that moment. Remember who you truly are. This is the real you up here in this beautiful expansive space. Now I want you to consider your higher purpose. Maybe you start to see this as images. Perhaps you hear words. If you could create or do anything without judgment, just for the joy of it, what would it be? I'll give you a moment to imagine your higher purpose. And in this moment, I want you to realize that you get to create life how you want it to be. You're creative. You can push away those walls of perfection at any given moment because you have that power. And every day you can choose to bring more compassion, more knowledge, and you can look back over your life and feel compassion for the you that was doing the best they could each time. Each day you evolve, you grow stronger, you get smarter, you learn, you grow, you expand. And each day you get to choose whether to stay in the constricting tunnel or the expansive place of creativity. You get to choose how you feel, what you do, how you feel about yourself. And while others may try to tell you different, you don't have to listen. You deserve happiness, joy, creative expression. You don't have to wait for everything to be perfect. You can put your creative, authentic self out there. Try, experiment, make mistakes, learn, and grow. And the more you do this, the more talents and skills you'll discover that have been hidden away. You don't have to wait until everything is perfect, or until next week, or next year, until you have more time, more money, more energy. Because these are all forms of resistance your ego is telling you stories. Because your ego doesn't want you to grow, to change, to evolve. It wants you to stay stuck, constricted like you were in the tunnel. But you get to choose, and you can choose to bring your feelings from this beautiful space back with you today. You know mistakes make you stronger and boost your growth. You can choose to be kinder to yourself during these times. You can choose the restrictive feeling of the tunnel or the expansive feeling of the walkway. You can imagine yourself pushing down those walls of perfection anytime you want. And you can come back to this meditation and witness the possibilities your mind can create anytime you like. Because you can design your life. You are creative. You are powerful. Love, the creator of your life, and nobody else. And when you try to make everything perfect, you restrict yourself and others from being free to express themselves too. Because perfectionism breeds judgment, and in judgment there's no room to grow. Now it's time to start to prepare to leave this meditation. Take one last look at the pathway, the images, objects and symbols of your dreams and ideas from today. Take a deep breath and breathe it in. Because the world is waiting for you to come back with revitalized creative energy and passion. The world needs you to step out as you are, to share your ideas and visions, your talents and skills. Because when you express yourself freely and creatively, you give permission for others to do the same. Being authentically you is the best gift you can give to yourself, your family, your friends and the world, and you get to choose to start living that way today. You get to come back into the room that you're currently in with renewed energy and passion, to feel excited about the possibilities of your life, to bring the images, objects and symbols back with you so you can start to play, to get messy, to experiment and learn and grow just for the fun of it. It's now time to leave this vision. Start to let yourself become aware of the room, feeling relaxed and more powerful and creative. Take a few deep breaths. And then when you're ready, open your eyes and set yourself free.